Today I'm going to help you with the buyer persona, and I'm going to help you with the next steps to increase your revenue. Welcome back. Kevin here. If you have an online business, I'll help you increase your revenue, decrease your expenses, and get more attention. If you're in my coaching program, put your questions in the chat and Katie will get them lined up. Check the description below to get the buyer persona quick win guide so you can follow the steps and get more revenue now. The guide is free for a limited time, so get it right now. It'll help you follow along. Okay, I'm going to help you generate more revenue by targeting your buyer persona. Some say, if you try to be everything to everyone, then you'll be nothing to no one. So let me help you increase your revenue and decrease your expenses by targeting your buyer persona. I'm going to help you create your buyer persona and the next steps so you can increase your revenue. Now, some call it targeting your audience, creating a customer avatar, or your ideal customer profile, or buyer persona. Now, unless you have an unlimited advertising budget or money to waste, you should only target those with a high likelihood of buying your product or service now. Once you begin to only target those that have a high likelihood of buying from you, then this is going to help you save money from wasted advertising spend. You'll want to fine-tune your messaging so tire kickers won't click and cost you money. You want only potential buyers that get it to click and buy now. Those that understand your product or service. Targeting your buyer persona will help you with your advertising spend go further so you can increase your revenue. So, let's create your buyer persona now. You need to know your customer better than you know your product or service. And the more specific, the better. Now let's begin by brainstorming and making a list of what's most important to your potential customer. Make a list of 5 emotional reasons why people buy your product or service. What motivates a customer to buy your product or service? Make a list of 5 or more. Now, make a list of the top features of your product or service. List those features, and then next to it, write on each one of these, right next to it, put "so you can" after each feature, and then finish the sentence. Now, these are the benefits your customers are looking for. It's the outcome or result that they're trying to achieve. Remember, so list your features, put "so you can," and then finish the sentence. Okay, now list 5 or more customer goals, motivations, results, or outcomes that your customers are looking for. Now, list 5 or more frustrations, pain points, or worries that keep your customers awake at night. Okay, by now you should start seeing a pattern of what's most important to your customer. Next step, let's ask ChatGPT or any other AI why people buy your products. And we're going to add this information to your list. Ask it like this. What are the top 10 emotional reasons why people buy? And then put your product or service in there. Also ask, what motivates a customer to buy your product or service? And now also ask ChatGPT or any other AI the same questions about your competitor or competitors. What are the emotional reasons why they buy that competitor? Or what are the motivational reasons why they buy that service? What motivates a customer to buy that other service? Okay, make a list there. Now we're going to ask your buyers, people that have bought from you, on the thank you page of your website. This is after they purchased the product. They made the purchase. They get onto the thank you page. Thank you for your order. Right there, you're going to ask the buyers what's the main reason for their purchase. Well, it's fresh in their mind. They just made the purchase. Also ask them what almost stopped them from buying today. Now you're going to embed this 2-question survey into the thank you page. Don't make a big survey, just the 2 questions. Now you can embed it into the thank you page, or if you have a survey pop-up, you can have a pop-up on the thank you page. You can have that come up as well. Now don't do this via email. After somebody purchases from you, and then you send them an email, and they see the email and they don't answer for a few days, then they forget exactly why. You got to ask the question on the thank you page while the customer's thoughts are fresh. Now the next step, okay, this also is going to look like too much work, but I assure you this one's necessary. The information you gather will help us test out your ideas and assumptions. You're going to log into your email service provider, and we're going to see which email broadcasts had the highest open rate and the highest click-through rate. A high open rate might reveal subject lines that your email recipients reacted best to. And a high click-through rate might reveal body copy that your recipients favored that got them to react. Okay, now watch out. Some email service providers calculate the click-through rate by dividing unique clicks by total sends. That's not correct. Dividing unique clicks by total sends is not correct when you're looking for the click-through rate. This is not how to test the success of your email body copy because it doesn't take into account a bad open rate. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I've found it easiest to export the data from your email service provider into a spreadsheet, then create a new column and calculate unique clicks divided by unique opens. That's for each email. This is the best way to see which body copy message your audience reacted best to. This is going to help you reveal the ideas and assumptions you have on what your customers are looking for. This will only take you less than an hour and it's easy to do, all right? So you want to jump on this one. Seems like a lot of work, but believe me, it's not huge value. Okay, you better have this guide because I'm going to show you something. Notice below, even when more messages are sent and more are opened, if the body copy doesn't resonate with your customers, then they're not as likely to click through to your website. And that's the goal, to get them to click to your website. Anyways, you want to list the subject lines from your top 5 open rates. Create a 1-sentence summary of the body copy from your top 5 click-through rates. That's going to help you better understand what your customers are looking for, to help you better understand your buyer persona. Okay, now we're going to go over to the next step. We're going to go over to Google Analytics. We're going to use the data from Google Analytics. We're going to examine the buyers that landed on your thank you page after they made the purchase, right? This is going to help you better understand those that purchased from you rather than those that visited your website. People that visit your website, you can easily gather their age range, gender, location, device category, are they using mobile or desktop, laptop, their device operating system, things like that. You can already gather that information from those that visit your website. But you also want to find out that same information for those that purchase from you. It will be different, I guarantee you. An example, maybe men's cologne is purchased on your website by women 80% of the time using an iPhone while physically located in the United States. Or maybe 80% of your desktop purchases are made by men 50 years of age or older using a desktop computer. This demographic and platform, device, location information, it's going to be very useful when placing Google ads and Facebook ads. You're going to want to know that, believe me. It's going to save you tons of money. Next step, now that we know who our customer is, let's create a short list of who your customer is not. Okay, this is sometimes called the anti-avatar, or this would be the anti-buyer persona. This might be those that cannot afford your product or service, those that are just shoppers and not buyers, those that are not motivated enough yet to make a purchase. But this is your list of those that will just suck up your time, suck up your advertising dollars, leaving you with less time and less money to reach out to those that are most likely to buy from you. This is who not to target. So, describe who this anti-avatar is. Okay, next steps. Now it's time to increase your revenue. Now, if you followed most of the steps, you have an excellent idea what's most important to your customer. Let's test these ideas quickly to see what resonates best with your customers. Now remember, we want to write in terms that are most important to your customers. The benefits, not the features. What is the outcome or result your customer is looking for? Now in an email broadcast, you can quickly do this. Use an email broadcast We can get this information within hours of what your customers are looking for. In the body copy of your email, test your leading idea. Don't mention discounts. Don't mention shipping costs, price, delivery times, payment methods, disclaimers in the footer, links to an app, links to social media, buy now, pay later links to those guys, gift cards, returns, shipping offers, links to terms and conditions, privacy statements. Shit like that, don't do it. We want to test the one leading idea, the one outcome or result your customer is looking for. We want to test one at a time. Now review my email quick win guide to help you with this. Basically, you want your leading idea phrase in the headline of your body copy. The goal is to get the viewer to continue to read more. When they see that headline, that outcome or result on the body copy of the email, that's going to get them to go to the second line, the third line, and eventually click over. That's what you want. Use an image that shows what their outcome or result will look like and include a call to action button. Now, no need to show a bunch of products for sale. No need to mention anything else like I've already talked about before, right? The goal is to get the viewer to click over to your website where they can learn more on your website and then buy on your website. They can't buy from your email, right? Check the click-through rate of the email compared to past emails to measure your success. One of my clients, we had about somewhere between 4 and 7 times more people click through. Big difference. That increased their email revenue by 4 to 7 times right there, just from targeting the customer. All it is words. That's all we're doing is creating words. And it's probably 5 words or less. But when the buyer resonates so well with it, when they see it in the headline, they're hooked because that's what the outcome or result they're looking for. Believe me, it works. So where are we at now? I might repeat myself. Don't worry about that. You want to check the click-through rate of the email compared to past emails so you can measure your success. Now, you're going to calculate your click-through rate by dividing unique clicks by unique opens. You're not going to do it by clicks divided by total emails sent because we're only testing the body copy of your email. Now, each time you send an email broadcast, continue to test more of your ideas, your outcomes or results. Continue to test more of these ideas until you have a list of which of your ideas are resonating best with your customer. Now, here's another way we're going to test. You're going to test these leading ideas in your Google ads. Now, depending on the amount of traffic, you can find out which headlines and subheadlines are resonating best in just a couple of days. Now, you're going to look for a lift in the click-through rate and website conversion ratio from the Google ad campaigns as a way of measuring your success. And for your Facebook ads, you can also test the leading ideas on your Facebook ads. Now, don't use Facebook Analytics to measure your success. Only use Google Analytics or Adobe Analytics to see if your time spent per session increases, or if you get an increase in your conversion ratio from your Facebook campaigns. You can only test this in the Google Analytics or Adobe Analytics. You can't test it with Facebook Analytics. Believe me, you're not going to be able to do it that way. What you're trying to find out is a lot of stuff that comes from Facebook, a lot of users that come from Facebook, it's a lot of butt dials. They accidentally clicked, they fat thumbed it, they clicked over to your site, they leave 2/10 of a second later. That's why we want to watch the time spent per session. That means it was a legit click. Is that increasing? Or do they convert into a buyer more often? Okay, that's what we're looking for. I really don't recommend Facebook ads. I really recommend email for sure. That's free. You have an email list, right? Your email service provider is already paid for. That's free. Do that first. Your Google ads, you can find that information out within a day or 2 days as well. Email broadcasts, you can find out within hours. All right? So focus on that one first. Okay, so summary. Here's where we're at. Okay, now I helped you write your copy that's most important to your customer. I also helped you find out which ideas are most important to your customer. And I also helped you with the best ideas to see which ideas resonate best with your customer. I showed you how you can test. I helped you on how to test. Okay, so here's where we're at. Remember, check that description below so you can get the buyer persona quick win guide. It still could be free. You're going to follow these steps to go right along with this training we just went over. You can watch this video again. And it's going to help you get more revenue now. And what I want you to do is hit that subscribe button if you got value from this video, and hit that thumbs up button too. If you can do that now, I'd appreciate it. Also, leave a comment below if you want to add to the conversation, or if you got a topic you want to know more about. Feel free to watch this video again and again, and also share with others. Now remember, if you're in my coaching program, where I go into the chat to answer your questions, and for everyone else, visit those links below in the description and feel free to leave a comment or question. Okay, let's go to the chat. Susan, you've got a question about